You're listening to Season 7 of the award-winning Homemade Matters podcast, brought to you from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to
Homemade Matters,
Season 7.
Episode 22.
22. My name's Luke.
And my name is Eden.
Thanks for being with us.
Yes.
I suppose we're approaching the end of the season, really, aren't we?
Yeah, are we going to start a new one in the summer holidays?
Well, maybe we'll prolong the season a little bit, and then we'll start our new season when we start our New Year's learning. That's our usual routine.
Okie dokie.
So, hope you are doing well.
Fingers crossed.
What has the weather been like here for the last couple of weeks?
Well, it's been quite weird. It's been like sunny, then rainy, sunny, then rainy. It's so weird. We're having April showers in May.
And the last week in particular has been super wet.
All
so
wet.
we have been a little bit restricted in some of our activities because we've been investigating an engine problem in the car.
Have we? Oh, yeah, we have, didn't we?
But we think that's, well, it's running okay at the moment.
Yeah.
And then we're having some work done outside our house, but that's taken a lot longer because of the rain.
Hopefully they're getting it done soon.
Hopefully it'll be finished soon. And we're approaching the end of our academic year, aren't we?
Yeah, we've finished so many books already. It's just finishing off the last ones.
Each week we're kind of finishing off free reads and narration and other things, aren't we? So we're not necessarily starting lots of new stuff.
No, we're not starting.
So have you had a little bit more free time?
Yeah, we have, yeah. But I've been trying to do a little bit more maths, so it's evened out a bit.
Yeah, catching up a little bit on some of the maths.
Yeah, and just even some of my maths you can't do, Daddy.
Wow, yeah,
Did the bit of the remainder.
We did the decimal long division, didn't we?
Yeah.
Long division of decimals, but
which is actually the American curriculum. You don't have to do it.
Wow,
in the English curriculum.
We worked out how to do that one, didn't we? But then we took a bit of a break because I had to
Mummy
carry on
says we're going to do one more book, then we're going to finish off one of the others. This is maths, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to the rounding decimal things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. However, so we did manage to get a trip out yesterday.
We did, in the tipping rain.
Despite the tipping rain. So we have got annual passes for Merlin Group. And
the wizard.
not the wizard, but Merlin Group. And what attractions do they own?
They own Legoland, Fort Park, Chessington, I'm guessing here.
Yeah.
Warwick Castle, Alton Towers.
Yeah. Blackpool Tower.
Madame Tussauds, the Sea Life Centres.
London Eye.
No, London Eye is owned by the prettylittlething.com. Because they all have to wear pink.
True, but you do get a discount on the London Eye. Good point.
Yeah.
So anyway, we went to Warwick Castle yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You could only go to the outdoor bits.
Yes, so.
Couldn't we? And I must admit, I have to confess, Mummy and I were both feeling a bit meh about going, but
it was actually really good.
It exceeded our expectations. So here's a little recording of us in the maze.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're out on a trip.
We are.
Where are we?
Warwick Castle.
And what's the weather like?
It's tipping down with rain. It's supposed to do that the whole day, and it was so tipping down with rain that my netball was cancelled.
So where exactly in the castle are we at the moment?
We're not in the castle, we're at the maze.
And what else are we doing as we go round?
We are doing the Zog Trail.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, I just spotted a flash of yellow coats.
Hi,
Oh, I say yellow, a rainbow coat. Oh, who's this? Who's this?
Who's going through there, Ash?
Me!
Oh, wait, are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, and I'm getting lost.
In the maze?
I'm lost, yes.
Well, you're not lost at the moment because I know where you are. Right, should we press on because my phone's getting wet?
Yeah, okay. Bye.
So we enjoyed the maze, don't we? That's one part we always do. And what was the other trail that we did then?
The Zog Trail.
Zog Trail. And who of the characters did we meet from Zog?
I don't know.
Sir Gadabout.
Oh, yeah.
And the princess.
Oh, yeah. I'm not that familiar with the Zog, Daddy. Mirabelle is.
Yeah, well, bearing in mind, I don't think we've got the first book. Belle knew it all really well.
Yeah, I think it's because we watched the Christmas... Well, Belle watched the Christmas one.
Belle's watched it, yeah, a bit. So So you earned a pot badge. We quite enjoy the pot badges. These are the badges that
Yeah.
you get on your special lanyards. And
Yes.
how did you earn one?
We did the Sir Gadabout sword show thing.
Yeah, you did some fight drills with Sir Gadabout.
Yeah, it was basically Simon Says, but Sir Gadabout said. Quite good.
And we enjoyed being outside. Even though it was heavy rain, we were dressed for the weather,
Yeah.
more or less, apart from the jeans I was wearing. And we forgot all our waterproof trousers.
Yeah, well, I didn't forget, Daddy. I just didn't want to walk around in waterproof fat trousers.
Well, they do swish all around.
Yeah.
We
I regretted
enjoyed
that.
they've got some like ornamental gardens, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
With what animals?
Peacocks.
Peacocks meandering around.
Yeah. There were, and I actually noticed a lot of, samenesses between them and chickens, because chickens have, well, male chickens and some female chickens, they have spurs on their legs, and they also have the same kind of feet as chickens.
Well, they are fowl, aren't they? Fowl. It's all the same, broadly all the same family, aren't they? So
Yeah.
good fact.
And on my church Zoom call, we had to say things that we thought everyone should practice. And I said, some people might not agree with me with this, but I think everyone should practice chicken keeping. And then one of the other boys, he said, well, I think everyone should practice duck keeping.
Not duck kicking. That's not kind.
Yeah, and so then my group leader, one of my group leaders, he said, so basically we should just all practice poultry keeping.
Well, they are good company.
I would recommend keeping chickens.
So we also went up what's known as the Mound, which is one of the original bits of the castle, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
And who can you remember the name of the warrior princess?
Ethel something or other.
Ethelfreda. She was an Anglo-Saxon warrior princess, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, it's really cool.
So I think those are all new information boards, weren't they? Going up the Mound.
Yeah, they've done it up a bit. Yeah.
And then the last thing we were able to stay for really was
a test run of the Birds of the Air show.
The falconry show. Yeah, they were. I think
it's not
they
Birds
were.
Of the Air, is it?
They were. It was called the Falconus Quest.
Oh yeah.
And yes, it was really rainy. They were practicing with some of the birds who were still a bit new, weren't they? So one of the eagle owls
didn't want to come out.
Apparently, he'd only done it twice.
Yeah, and there was some birds that were supposed to sit on top of each other. That didn't happen, but it was only a test run. So.
It was only a test run. It was really good though, actually,
yeah,
despite the rain.
It was really good.
What was your favourite bird or birds?
The big one, the bald eagle.
The bald eagle was massive, and the sea eagle, that was really cool.
My answer, the big one.
And then at the end, they released a load of
birds.
falcons, didn't they? Like peregrine falcons, I think they were.
Yeah.
All kind of came out at the end, and that was, unexpected.
Really
cool. I thought they did a really good job.
With Hobby.
It felt a bit Disney-esque, didn't it? In terms of they have upped their game, I think, Merlin, in terms of some of like the ambient music and the shows.
Yeah.
So
it was really good. And there was stuff in the shops like "You Want Me."
Well, we did have a few little snacks because we do get a discount, don't we?
Yeah, but sadly
Just to keep
I
us
dropped
going.
some of my popcorn on the ground.
Sad times.
And then, because it was raining for some reason, and they were a bit muddy, so I had to leave them there. But they shrunk in the rain, and I had dropped a Smartie on the ground.
Yeah, never mind. What else are we doing in the rain? In our last episode, if you listened, we were making something yummy.
We were making
from Mud and Bloom recipe.
Wild garlic scones.
Wild garlic and cheese scones.
Are they cheese scones as well? I can't taste the cheese.
Well, no, you're not usually a big fan of cheese.
I don't like cheese.
By popular request last weekend, in the rain,
we all went to get wild garlic.
We all went foraging again and litter picking at the same time.
Yes. The most of it was you litter picking.
Mostly it was me litter picking, but it was good. We picked up a whole bag of litter. And you picked up the wild garlic, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I picked the wild garlic. It was
and then we came back and successfully made the scones again. They are super good.
They are so yum.
So I'm glad we all like that. In fact, you've been doing quite a bit of interesting food stuff recently. We mentioned, again, in our last episode about the Foodini box that we get.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And what was one of the recipes that you did this week?
We did the cauliflower flatbread.
Say that. Well, that's a bit hard to say, isn't it? Not cauliflower fat bread.
Yeah,
cauliflower flatbread. So how does that?
They put a little name on it, which I can't remember, like the flats or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was so good, Daddy.
And is that where you kind of you had the cauliflower in the middle of it? You kind of folded it into it, and then kind of, I want to say, fried it up. You heated it up a bit.
So you made the filling separately, and then you rolled out the dough into like 6 different pieces. Then you put a dab, well, I say a dab, like a teaspoon or so, of the filling in the middle, and then you heap it up so it looks like one of those Chinese things that have like the yummy crispy bits at the top and then the ball bit at the bottom. And then you roll it out again and all the filling's nicely inside.
Yeah, a bit like spring rolls, yeah.
Yeah, so we made them twice.
Yeah, they were good.
Had enough mixture.
Yeah, and the second one, didn't you put some apple or something in?
Yeah, so we kind of followed the recipe a bit, but instead of using cauliflower, the second time we used apple. So we made apple and cinnamon flatbreads, and they were a lot crispier.
They were really, really good.
Yeah, they were so yummy.
Thank you for bringing them up while I was on one of my work calls. That was much appreciated.
Yeah, because you said you were on a call, and I said, can I crawl in and give you your roll?
Yeah, you did, and that was very grateful.
Yeah, and next time, though, because the apple, it was quite big, it wasn't as even as spreading, so next time I'm going to put cinnamon in the dough as well.
Yeah, that's quite a good idea.
Thank you.
Right, well, on that note, since you're probably hungry, why don't you go and get a biscuit, and we'll be back shortly.
Really?
You're listening to the Home in Matters podcast.
What I meant was our listeners could go and get a biscuit.
Daddy, I think you should keep that bit in.
Well, yeah, I think we will keep it in. So you mistook my build-up for our listeners. So to clarify, what I suggested, listeners, is that you should go and get a biscuit. But hopefully you're back now and listening to us again.
Oh, Daddy, I wanted to go and get a biscuit.
Well, we don't really have any biscuits.
Yeah, we don't.
Because we just eat them all.
Yeah.
Now, your brother and sister aren't always on the podcast. Asher doesn't really like to be on it very much. And Belle, for various reasons, isn't always around.
Yeah.
But Belle was desperate for me last few weekends to take her for a walk.
Yeah.
And she was desperate to do recording. So here is a recording of Belle and I when we did a little lap around the block. Right, what are we doing, Belle?
We're walking down and we're halfway home.
Oh, okay. And what are we looking out for?
Cars and trees.
Yeah. Anything else?
And we can see a lot of houses, but I can't see the park.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, should we carry on?
Yeah, we'll carry on going.
She was a very good presenter, you know.
She was a very good presenter. Do you know who she reminded me of?
Lindsay Russell.
No, you when you were little.
Oh. Lindsay Russell.
Lindsay from Blue Peter.
Yeah.
No, she reminded me of you from early season. She's the same age that you were when we first started the podcast.
Really?
More or less, yeah.
Oh,
She's
wow.
5, isn't she? So
No, she's not 5 yet, Daddy. She's
very,
4.
very nearly 5.
Yeah,
And you were 5 when we
so
started it.
cute. Because we listened to it beforehand. And so the first person who came to mind was
Lindsay from Blue Peter. Well, that's high praise for Belle.
Yeah.
So one of the posts that got a lot of comments on Instagram, and we've got over 800 followers now, so thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, before you say that, Daddy, can I share a joke that I told my grandma?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said I was messaging her and I said I can hear the birds tweeting outside. I wonder if they're on Wingstagram.
Wingstagram. Yeah, I like it. So on real Instagram, one of the posts that has been popular the last couple of weeks was when I posted about how we keep all of our picture studies for the artists that we do. So how do we do that?
Mommy shows us a picture and we learn about that picture and the artist.
But then, what do we do with that picture?
We write a little when it was made and what it's called, and then we put it in our folder.
Yeah, so we've got a photo album. It's basically a photo album, and we print them out photo-sized.
Yeah.
And put them in there, and many of you have said that was such a great idea. So
Thank you.
We can't claim credit for the idea, but it does work really well for us.
Yeah, I wonder who did think of it, Daddy.
I don't know. Yeah,
We've been doing it ever since we started.
because
meeting.
we haven't started a new artist, but we did do a new picture this week, didn't we?
I can't remember what it is though, because we only did it once.
Yeah.
Because we spend 2 weeks on each.
2 weeks on each picture. And which is the artist we've been looking at recently?
Kandinsky.
Kandinsky, yeah.
My brain's a bit confused because we've been doing all the twinkle
We're doing
art
the extra
projects.
twinkle art projects that we've been really enjoying.
Yeah, it's really fun.
You can hear more about that in our last episode.
Yes.
So you mentioned we've been finishing lots of books. So what was one of the ones that you've been reading recently? It took you a couple of weeks to read.
Silver Skates.
And when's that set and what's that about?
It's in the 1840s, and it's basically, well, it's about Hans Brinker, because it has two names. It's Hans Brinker and all the Silver Skates.
Okay, and who was he? Was he a real person?
I don't know. I think he's fictional. Yeah, but it's a good book. It's like in the middle, the story kind of fits around the history.
Okay,
instead of the history fitting around the.
So it's set in 1840s, but where in the world is it set?
Dutch.
In
Holland.
In Holland, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they speak Dutch in Holland.
That's true. Yeah, they are Dutch in the
I always
Netherlands.
think it's a bit weird how, we're English and we speak. Well, like we live in England and we speak English.
Yeah.
If you live in France, you speak French. If you live in America, you speak American.
English.
Yeah, you speak English, but they call it American. So I always thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah, but that's probably in their language. It probably, for some languages we use the word from their language. So in French, they say they speak Français, not French.
Really?
Yeah, because they're French. So it's slightly different.
Français.
So you finished Silver Skates, so that was good.
Yeah,
and then you read, it didn't take you very long at all, a little book about
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg.
Yeah.
So a bit more topical.
Yes, it was an unofficial biography.
Unofficial biography, just a short one.
Mhm.
And so you started something we mentioned in the last episode, and you've been doing it again this morning. Netball. How is that going?
Really good, yeah. I made a friend today. There.
That's really good, yeah. Good to make friends wherever you go. And
yes, well, I actually do. Definitely.
So what have you been enjoying the most about learning netball?
I really like how it's a team game, because I
Yeah.
haven't really done team games before.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun, yeah. And, just being really energetic as well.
Yeah, 2 hours of a 2-hour session, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good value.
Yeah, it is, yeah, it's so good, yeah.
So that's been really good. We've also, as restrictions continue to ease, thankfully, been doing far more meetups with friends. So we met one family, and what did we do, and where did we meet them?
Well, we went up one of our local hills, and we went up there for a picnic. Breakfast picnic.
Breakfast picnic, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and one of their children is like really young, so they have the pushchair there, and we pushed each other down the hill in the pushchair. It's only a gentle slope, but it was still really fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun.
Yeah.
So it's been good to kind of reconnect with people.
We've
had a few friends over in our garden, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, we have, yeah. It's been really nice.
So that has been nice. Just, even though we've had scaffolding up and people working around the place.
Yeah, well,
but at least the skip's been taken now.
Yes.
And then one of our family routines that we started this year, at the end of each month,
we have our family sleepover.
We have a family sleepover and film night. Mm-hmm. So we had that just the other week. And we try and do a classic film or a bit more of a retro film.
Like Joseph.
We've done Joseph's Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. That was really good. But what was the one we did just recently?
Flintstones.
The Flintstones, yeah, which was actually a 1990s film, big blockbuster, but based on the cartoon from the 1960s and 70s.
Meet the Flintstones.
It was pretty funny, wasn't it, though?
Yeah, it was really funny.
It was well made.
And how they said, he's a primitive
Such a primitive, yeah. They're the modern Stone Age family.
Yeah, but they're all primitive because they're Stone Age,
Except it's Stone Age, but sort of
modern.
1950s America Stone Age.
Yeah, and there was a tall bit at the beginning where it says, and on your left you'll be able to see the Grand Canyon in about 15 million years.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't think it was actually accurate.
Yeah, it's not accurate, but yeah.
What I appreciated the most about it, apart from John Goodman and Rick Moranis, who are the main actors,
Who are
classic
they?
actors, was the soundtrack by a band called the B-52s.
Yeah.
They're a great band.
Yeah,
Very
you looked
distinctive.
it up,
I did
what
well. I was
band
like,
it
that
was.
sounds like the B-52s, and surely enough, it was.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good. Have we got much else to say? I don't think we have really.
I've got something else to say.
What have you got else to say?
Can I show everyone my Scottish and Irish accents?
You can. You've been practicing your accents for drama.
I've been trying to teach Asher them.
So this is without prejudice. If you are Scottish or Irish, we love you very much. And Eden has been attempting different accents. So here you go.
Yeah. So this is my Scottish accent. So if you see Scotland, then you can usually get your Scottish accent. And then your Northern Irish accent as well.
Pretty good, yeah. Because
I've been trying
it's a bit
to
more
practice
nasal, isn't it,
them.
Northern Irish? Yeah, so pretty good. That's good practice.
Thank you, yeah. I was trying to teach Asher, but yeah, it's not going
Things
too well.
that come with time. It'll be good for your acting roles.
Yeah. Can't wait to find out what we get to be in the play.
Yeah, so you've been exploring the world of Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Haven't you, ready in your drama? So.
Yeah. Next week we're doing the pirates.
So we've probably only got one more official episode because at the end of this week it is
Celebration Friday.
Which is
I was trying to do that voice for it, but it didn't work.
So that's when we have a big celebration to mark the end of our academic year. So we won't go into it now. But you can look forward to that in the next episode.
Yes.
So meanwhile, that's us for now. Do get in touch.
Mm-hmm.
All the details coming up.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Have fun.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye.
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 You've been listening to the Home Ed Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homeedmatters@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Home Ed Matters, and visit our website at www.homeedmatters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your home ed journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, a place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.